Hey coaches, and welcome to the latest of my top tips. Now we're into the month of April, and my tips for this month are all around your 10 and under program, and in particular some of the conversations that we need to have around the issues when progressing players either from red to orange or from orange to green. Now today I want to just share a quick tip around what happens when we lengthen the court, and in particular what happens when players are transitioning from the orange court to the green court. Now you'll know that the orange court baseline at 18 meters then increases to 23.77 at green, and that extra distance poses a real challenge for the ground strokes of the players, especially when they're new to the green court. So the easiest way to stop my opponent attacking is by keeping them away from the mid-court, by keeping them deep. And the easiest way for me to find extra depth when I'm new to the ground court and I'm still perhaps fairly little and perhaps still lacking a bit of penetration on my ground strokes is to hit the ball a bit higher. So when we add extra height to the greater compression of the green ball, what you get is a higher, faster bounce. And so from a receiving skill point of view, it's really important when I'm playing forehand and backhands at the baseline that I'm able to move backwards. I need to be able to recognize the height of the trajectory. I need to be able to move backwards off the bounce of the ball, and I need to be able to play my ground strokes off the back foot. Gone are the days of red and orange where the contact points are a little lower and when I can play either off 2 feet on the ground or when I can transition my weight forwards through my ground strokes. Now I'm going to have to defend, I'm going to have to play off my back foot, and I'm going to have to play from some fairly uncomfortable situations fairly deep behind the baseline. So if you're a coach working with players who are transitioning from the orange court to the green court, my top tip is about making sure that you work a lot on receiving skills, on the incoming depth of the ball on the forehand and the backhand at the baseline, and that you also help the players by moving backwards. That could either be through side steps and then a little bit later perhaps by drop steps and crossovers, and that you help them to find solid positions where they can play more defensive type forehands and backhands off the back foot. Of course, they're likely to then be responding with more height and depth to be able to neutralize before they then recover to the baseline. So top tip for today, when you're transitioning your players to the green court, make sure that you work not just on rally balls and attacking balls, but that you also help your players to become a little bit more comfortable at the baseline. Good luck with your coaching and the transition from the orange court to the green court.